There are only 3 lanes we can choose from. We can either watch from the sidewalk, ride on the slow lane, or travel the fast lane to wealth. Which one are you on, and will you change? Hi, the Lonely Buccaneer here. In this video, we're discussing the difference between those 3 lanes and how you can access the fast lane. Ideas inspired by the book Millionaire, Fastlane by MJ Demarco. Wealth is a road trip, not just a road. That's why there are 3 lanes and nothing prevents us from moving from the sidewalk to the fast lane, except ourselves. So the sidewalk is probably the most crowded lane, filled with people living from paycheck to paycheck, spending money as they earn and sometimes even borrow on credit. They usually believe that education is over when they graduate. Don't get me wrong, sidewalkers can also be quite rich, like some artists or professional athlete, but they engage in reckless spending and have very low financial intelligence. Chances are, if they lose their main revenue generator, they would find themselves broke. So that's the proof that you can't medicate poor money management with more money. A better alternative is the slow lane. I see this one as a comfort zone or a just middle. People stay in this lane because we got what we need without worrying too much. As long as we have a stable job, a fair remuneration, and some free times on the weekend, most people are happy with it. Besides, some companies do offer great benefits, flexibilities, and a sense of fulfillment to their employees. But sadly, this is not the reality for most people. We are unfulfilled and dissatisfied with our job. While being brainwashed since our youth, I know that this was the case for me at least, with the typical go to school, graduate, get a good job, and save money so I can be happy and rich when I get older. All this is absolutely not a bad thing, but not completely true. I see it as a bare minimum. This kind of thinking encouraged mediocrity by not taking risk and by suppressing our true desire. And that's why there is the fast lane. Pay close attention to this one. This is called the fast lane, not the easy lane. A lot of people confuse quick and easy, far from what the news present you. When a 20 years old tech entrepreneur or a young athlete making millions of dollars, know that it's neither by luck nor an overnight success. It's a result of a process. In reality, there are tons of ways to access the fast lane. Quickly, I can think of an internet entrepreneur, a real estate investor, an inventor, or even an author. But there are 5 fast lane commandments that we have to respect for any ideas. The commandment of need, entry, control, scale, and the commandment of time. So, to attract money, we have to forget about money and think about something that solves problems, and we will need to do things that not a lot of people are willing to do. I mean, if we're doing what everybody else is doing, it's only logical that we will be average. A great example is network marketing. Some companies promise wealth by buying their starter kit. If it's that simple to achieve it, so can anybody else. And control is the difference between good money and big money. For example, if we buy a franchise, it's possible to get good money, but the franchisor who sells you the brand and collect the returns is the one making big money. And that's why we should think like a producer, not a consumer. Then there is scaling. Scaling is simply the difference between the local coffee shop and the e-commerce, where the e-commerce can tap on a larger market at any time compared to the local shop. Finally, time. Time is the constraint that prevents money to be attached to our personal time. Otherwise, it's no different than a job. So here are a few examples of internet-based idea. A subscription website, content-based, lead generation, social networks, brokerage systems, advertising, or e-commerce. And for innovations, it can be food-based, household, health and vitality, information, personal, and automotive. So actually, when we think about it, the formula to wealth is quite simple. It's value times people equal wealth. But the hardest part of it is to apply. Let's recap. Don't be a sidewalker. And if you choose a fast lane, be advised that it can be quick but not easy. Then, be sure to respect the 5 commandments: need, entry, control, scale, and time. Also, know that the harder it is, the more enjoyable it will be when you reach the destination. The verdict. It's a very interesting book to read. It gives a different perspective of wealth. And I think that everyone should consider the fast lane, or at least have a small glimpse of it before saying no. So for more insight, please check out the book. So if you want more videos on wealth, make sure to subscribe, and I hope I brought you one step closer to your brighter self.